Hey,
Welcome back
what
to
is
Invoke
up,
Pieces.
everybody? I don't need reverb right now on my own voice. Okay, mute that. Hey, how's everybody doing on the old internet?
Let's see what people are chatting
Guys,
up.
we need to get in the habit of doing the classic live stream thing of like, this is blank where we do blank. So, hello internet. This is Invoking Pieces, where Invoke individually plays music because we can't play music together yet.
Oh, we need like a catchphrase? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the only show where you can get 4 for the price of 1. That's not true. I don't know.
I like it.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pull up my chat.
Any slogans, chat.
Oh yeah, now that I have,
Be
I'm
appreciated.
gonna make some. Maybe I'll make some quick. I got all my recording equipment set up now, so I was gonna make some jingles for all of our Carl shows off his dogs, Zach reads poetry sections.
Oh, nice.
Hey Luciano.
Hey,
Steve's got the wine.
Mello. How's it going? One of the, wait, which year was,
Luciano was this year.
this year?
This past.
Oh yeah, the String Quartet Smackdown, Sweet 16.
Hey Brad. What is he? Are we slapping back?
Yeah, is that me? Are y'all hearing me more than once? I thought I heard a little reverb on me, but maybe that's since I turned it off. How about
Slapping
now?
back hardcore.
Slapping back hardcore. Interesting. I'm not hearing that. Oh, you know what? I bet it is. Maybe not. Who's to say? I don't really know what's happening, but makes me sound fuller, he said. Great. Okay, we're rolling with it. We tried to upgrade our technologies.
Throw a flange.
Don't tempt me, Brad. I will go all out with that. As you well know, I will go all out with that.
Hey, we got a good follow. We got 31 people here. That's nice.
Hey,
Thanks
nice.
everybody for
Yeah.
joining.
Thanks for hanging out.
Shall we give them what they're here for?
We shall. We should.
We shall. Okay, who's first?
It's me.
Okay.
And we're gonna test some things out. So we're trying a new system where we stream our audio directly to Nick, and then he streams it directly to you. And even if he is 3,000 miles away, and so I'm gonna switch over really quick to my audio. Is that good, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you hear me, Nick?
Loud and clear.
Yes, no? You can hear me. I probably sound like I'm in a cavern now, too. It's because I got some reverb. Oh, yeah. So I have three pieces I'm going to do today. All around a very similar theme of the Bach Partita number 3, the Preludio. I'm going to play the Preludio as Bach himself intended. I'm going to play the first movement of Eugene Izay's second sonata, which he dedicated to Jacques Thibaud, a really famous violinist. And Jacques Thibaud was obsessed with the third Partita Preludio, so he used that the theme from the very beginning and interspersed it in the sonata in really creative ways. And he makes it kind of like really creepy by also inserting Dies Irae, which is the Mass for the Dead. You'll recognize it. It's a pretty, if you watch The Shining, it's the music from The Shining. You'll recognize it. But he weaves that music into the second sonata. And then the final piece I'm going to play is a new experiment with the electric mandolin. I'm going to be running some effects on it, and it's going to be kind of a meditation of my own on the Preludio, using like snippets and things, and the electronics are going to add a little bit, and it's hopefully kind of more relaxed and a little bit like, whoa, space age. And before all of that, we get started, I'm going to read a quick poem as I do. It's another Mary Oliver poem, and it's from the House of Light. Highly recommend getting this book if you have some time, which we're all really busy these days. You should read some poetry. So this is The Gift by Mary Oliver. I wanted to thank the mockingbird for the vigor of his song. Every day he sang from the rim of the field while I picked blueberries or just idled in the sun. Every day he came fluttering by to show me, and why not, the white blossoms in his wings. So one day I went there with a machine and played some songs of Mahler. The mockingbird stopped singing. He came close, and he seemed to listen. Now, when I go down to the field, a little Mahler spills through the sputters of his song. How happy I am, lounging in the light, listening as the music floats by. And I give thanks also for my mind that the thought of giving a gift. And mostly I'm grateful that I take this world so seriously. That's the end of that poem. And now for a little bit of Bach. This is the Preludio from the third partita. Still getting that, Nick? Okay. Go that way. Bach's Preludio from the third partita for solo violin. And I'm Zach Madison, and I'm playing as a part of Invoke, but we're in pieces across the country. So thanks for tuning in. If you're here, let me see what people are saying. You know, I hope you can teach Mahler to a bird. I would be curious to teach a mockingbird this piece, because I was figuring out like earlier that like there's every piece is in this piece. I found like Jurassic Park theme. I was like fiddling around trying to like tune things, and yeah, found that one. Found like Bridge Over Troubled Water. It was interesting. I found a lot of different pieces in this one. Maybe you can, but do you really want to? I really do want to. Wash hands, wash hands. Cool. So I'm gonna just jump straight to the next one. This piece can be pretty obsessive. You can spend a lot of time just figuring out how to play the first bar. It's a pretty like monumental violin piece in terms of like just fame and trying to make sure it sounds good. So it makes sense that the next piece, dedicated to Jacques Thibault, uses it a lot. So Jacques Thibault is a violinist, and Eugenie Zai wrote this piece for him. It's the second sonata for solo violin. And Jacques Thibault was obsessed with this, the beginning of the Preludio, so you'll hear how it comes back all over this. So this is Eugenie Zai's Sonata Number 2, titled Obsession. And that was Eugenie Zai's Obsession for solo violin, playing on this theme of Bach tonight. And this last piece that I'm going to play before I'm going to switch over really quick, and you won't be able to hear me anymore because it'll just be straight electronics. I'm going to play my own meditation on the Preludio, since I was doing so much of it anyway. I was kind of inspired a little bit by Nick, who used similar stuff. He helped me out earlier today, making sure that I was doing some stuff. So I'll answer some questions if anyone has any. Yeah, haha, guys, you gotta follow me. Thanks, Steve. Really appreciate that. Hey, Antonio. Hey, Mendy. Andre. And man, there's lots of people watching today. Okay. Oh, Jacques. Oh, I just saw that. That was nice. Nice catch there, Brad. With a name like Jacques the Beau. It's like Jacques, like the French Jacques, and then Thibaud, Thibaud. But I like Jack the Beau. You better be a violinist. Nice. Okay, so let me. I'm gonna go mute for a bit, and then I'm gonna. Nick, just give me the thumbs up if things are working. Okay.
was good. Yes, that was awesome. That was good. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, that was super cool. Super, super cool.
Put a spacesuit on Johann Sebastian.
Oh, can't hear me.
Sorry, I forgot. That's my fault. Should be able to hear him now. And I forgot to click the thing. But now I click. It has been clicked. The thing has been clicked.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
So you used which plugin do you use for that? Just the normal delay?
Yeah, so it was actually just the normal delay like you said, but I have the let's see, I can pull up I could like screen share if people are interested in this kind of thing. But maybe that's not preferred.
I mean, I'm interested, but hey.
Okay. Well, hold
but
on.
that's just me. You know.
Here we go. I'm going to do Reaper, share that. Oh wait, I'd have to do some stuff. Never mind. All right, so for some reason it's not recognizing.
Trying to do some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this is all, I used like Nick's suggestion. I just went in and got basically 2 free, like pre-downloaded, or Reaper already has them in its system, but these are 2 plugins. The first one is the VST Delay, and I just have like I basically just have the, where is that? The feedback at like -1.9, so almost feeding back on itself, but not quite, if that makes sense. And then the length is actually at 0. But I just kind of like messed with it until I got the sound that I wanted. And then I'm using the avocado, the JavaScript plugin, avocado ducking glitch generator.
That's a good one.
Which is a familiar one. If people liked Fantastic Planet, it's the one we use to get all the glitchy effects for Jeff's solo cello. But this one's, I couldn't figure out how to like really get it to do what I wanted, but I kind of liked what happened, which was this kind of like weird bird noises. So, and sparkly stuff. So I like sparkles. And then for anyone that was interested in on my violin, I had a plugin for I had an EQ, the Re-EQ on there, and I had the Dragonfly Room Reverb, which is by, who's it by? His name is, oh wait, I can get his name. It's by, no, I can't. For some reason it's not letting me drag that out. Anyway, just look it up. It's really good, and it's really simple to use, and it's free. So, and I just got a bunch of new stuff, so I'm like really...
Michael Willis, is that who it is?
Yes, that's who it is.
Dragonfly. Oh, he's got early reflections, hall, room, and plate.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
really good. Yeah, and yeah, so those are the 2 things. Now I'm using, and now I've joined the Big Boys Recording Club. I got maybe I could actually swing around. So I got behind my lights there. I got a pair of matched pair of Rode M5s, which are like the little brothers of the NT5, which is what you're using, Nick, right next to your face.
Yes, right here.
And but these are actually very like about half the price, and they don't cover quite the same range. Like the low end, I think gets a little bit lost, but which is fine for a violin, I think. And then there's a little bit more noise if you like listen to it by itself. But other than that, it's great.
That's cool.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh. Okay, I'm hearing the little slap like that everybody's talking about right now. Is that still happening out there in the?
I can't hear it in Zoomlands, but
Yeah, I think it's hearing each twice basically.
gotcha. Well, while Nick figures it out, we're Invoke. This is Invoke in Pieces, the weekly show where we play 4 solo sets of music that interests us, and then we've been working on, creating, collaborating on. And if you like what you heard, you can subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram, and let us know what you think, and if you have any suggestions and all those things. And you can also contribute if you feel like donating. Twitch has a feature, and then also on our website, invokesound.com/contributions, there's a way to do that. So thanks everybody for coming tonight, and I'll pass it off to Carl.
Sorry, let me fix this first, actually, because I think it's could be a thing. I'm going to click a couple things. Carl, why don't you talk about what you're doing, and then while I try to fix this real quick.
Cool. Okay, so tonight the set that I have is casually Viking themed. So I'm going to be doing Immigrant Song with my partner Haley Dietz on violin, and I'll be on mandolin and singing. And if you aren't familiar with the famous Led Zeppelin song, Immigrant Song, you should be. Basically, they wrote it after a tour that they had in Iceland, at Reykjavik, where they played a college campus when a strike shut down their show. So it's about Vikings, but it's also kind of like about them being like coming from the land of the ice and snow, which is kind of the main lyric. We come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the hot springs flow. So this sort of autobiographical, but also about Vikings. Before I do that, though, I'm going to play a piece by a good friend of all of ours named Megan DiGiorgio, who is a fantastic composer and violist that we met through our time at the Vermont College of Fine Arts. We go there. We've been there the last 2 Februaries to work with their composers as an ensemble on quartet pieces, and then perform student composer works. And we met Megan there, and she's also from DC, which is where we used to all hang, and where we went to school. So there's a lot of connections. And this is a piece called Confined Tides. And when I asked Megan what it was about, she kind of left it up to me to decide for myself, which I really like because I got to get really creative. And the more time I spent with it, the more I decided that it really was about tides and tidal pools, and maybe what lies in really icy tidal pools in Iceland. So my tie-in was sort of this idea that we're going to explore sort of the natural world of the icy waters of the Icelandic seas, and then we'll do a very literal song about them with Led Zeppelin right afterwards. And we'll talk about the beer that I'm going to be drinking tonight right in between. But first off, this is Megan DiGiorgio's Confined Tides. Actually, let me wait till I get the okay from Nick over here, sound-wise. How are we doing? Oh, it's her tennis ball. Oh, no. Man, did you lose it? This is one doggy. Her name is Cora. She's 4 months old.
She got so big.
She's a big girl now. She likes her tennis ball. What's this? She is Lab, Catahoula, Border Collie, and we call her a COVID rescue pup because we got her right before everything hit the fan. And there's our other guy. It's our other rescue pup. He's 11. His name is Max. Oh, no one can hear me. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Good.
Sorry.
No. Sorry, you're good. This is Cora. She's a COVID rescue pup. Got her right before everything happened. She's had a lot of time with mom and dad in the house, which she likes. That's Max. He's a Hurricane Katrina rescue pup. He's 11 and he hates being picked up. He's very snory. So.
And you guys I didn't realize that you've been swamped the last day, right?
We had a whirlwind 2 days. Haley, my partner Haley, is a registered foster for Austin Pets Alive, and she got a call from a lady on the Lost and Found Pets page on Facebook about a puppy that was found running the streets near Mopac. And where was it, Montopolis? 183 in Montopolis. And so they couldn't keep this puppy that they found on the street in their apartment because they were going to get fined. So we drove out yesterday around 5 p.m. and picked up this pup, this tiny little dachshund cattle dog mix, and took him in for the night. He was super scared. Cora was very interested in getting to know him, but he didn't want anything to do with her. Max was very sweet to him. Anyway, he stayed the night here, and luckily we were able to, because we don't have a lot of room in our apartment, we were able to bring him to one of Haley's best friends, who has 2 roommates, and one of whom is maybe interested in adopting him. So it might have ended up really well for everyone. Little guy was really stressed. He was just getting comfortable here, and then we moved him again to a different house. So he was very, he gave us the look like we were betraying him on all facets of his existence.
Dang.
Very dark, very sad, but he's going to be really happy. He's got a house with 3 awesome people to watch him, and maybe he didn't have a microchip, so maybe someone calls. He has a report in on all the local shelters. So he might belong to someone. He might not. He still has his balls. So we figured he was maybe only one. Hasn't been fixed yet.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was. We just dropped him off about an hour ago. So we've been. It's been kind of.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was in and out. But yeah. So Nick, are we good to go? I think we can.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, the toy's getting squeaked. When Cora wants our attention, she picks up her squeaky toys and walks around the house squeaking it. So if you hear something like that, I'm sure Haley will grab her, but that's what that is. Okay. Hey! Good. Yeah, right now is a really good time to be fostering if anyone in the Austin area or wherever you are is interested. There's a lot of need right now, so if you have the ability to, it's definitely something helpful. Okay, this is Confined Tides by Megan DeGiorgia, and I'm going to set my stuff up here. Nick, are you getting me there? Awesome. Here we go. Hold on, I gotta take these out. We're gonna start it again, one more time. We got the squeaking going. Here we go. One second.
Go ahead and take your collar off. Come on.
Are we good? Okay. Let's start that one more time. Hey, thank you. It's me, my damn hits. Yeah, sorry, man, I missed one or two of those.
It's okay.
Thanks, Vendy. Okay, so we're gonna keep going here. We're gonna do "Immigrant Song" by Led Zeppelin. Thanks, and thanks to Megan for writing that. It was fun to learn. All right, let's just do this. So this is Haley Dietz, my partner, violinist. Before we do that, actually, I forgot to mention the beer we're gonna drink tonight. It's called Dog by St. Elmo's. It's very fitting considering the. I don't think Zach knew when he did the program, but it's a really cool can. It's a foggy IPA, which basically means that the hop presence is so strong that it fogs up the actual beer itself, kind of cloudy. And we're going to drink it out of this awesome limited edition Dog glass that we got pre-ordered from them. I'm going to drink out of this beer token glass, but it's pretty cool. There's a, there he is. Beethoven's head in the beer can, or beer mug. All right. I need some of this before we play Led Zeppelin. Got to loosen up the vocal cords. There you go. Cheers. Ooh. Wow, that's good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Really hoppy, but good.
Yeah, so if anyone's in Austin, definitely see if you can get some of this from St. Elmo's Brewing.
Look how foggy.
It's called Dog. It is very foggy. It's a foggy IPA. It also has this awesome art. They're selling shirts with this as well. One of these is, I think that one's the artist's dog. But yeah, let's do this. This is an Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. And let's see how it goes.
Snow from the midnight sun where the hot springs flow. The hammer of the gods will drive our ships to new lands to fight the horde and sing and cry, Valhalla, I'm coming. On we sweep with threshing ore. Our only goal is the western shore. Come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun to the frost winds blow. How soft your fields so green can whisper tales of gore. Calms the tides of war. We are your overlords. On we sweep with threshing ore. Our only goal is the western shore. Can win the day in spite of all your losings. All right. Oh, sweet, Mendy, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Brad. You know, it's kind of like, it's a little nerve-wracking playing metal in front of Brad and Nick because they're the closest to metal gods that I know.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. And you know, it's funny, I got to the On We Sweep with Threshing Ore, you know, On We Sweep with Threshing Ore, and then I was like, oh, hold on, let me change this over. Yeah, sorry, switch the audio over. I got to that part and I realized that Robert Plant takes that up the octave, and I realized that like yesterday, and I was singing, and I was like, wait a minute, this is wrong. And I was like, On We Sweep! But I'm like, I don't want to scream that way in my apartment. So I didn't do it. I just felt wrong because in like with the acoustic instruments, I was like,
yet so right.
You know what? If I had like a kit behind me and like some real guitar, probably I would have done it. But
Next, Invoke Not in Pieces. We'll get the band back together.
Yeah.
Get the whole
Hell
crew
yeah.
going.
I'm into it. Sweet. So yeah, that's all we had. Big thanks to Haley.
Yay!
And she keeps putting up with my wacko arrangements. I finished them like the day before we do these, so.
That's the way these things roll, though.
Yeah,
The program was made today.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
It keeps getting. It used to be like Wednesday, and then it's like, oh, get it done on Thursday, and then it's like, okay, morning of.
Before and now today, when did I send mine?
Like 9 a.m.
2 hours ago. Oh no, earlier. Yeah,
I
that's-
saw it this morning.
Yeah, so it wasn't your fault this time, Zach.
I mean, you didn't hear me like hounding Nick about it, so I'm not.
Well, thanks, y'all. I'm gonna pass it off to Jeff. Let's see what he has to offer us, and let's see about these. Oh, killer deal. Hey, thanks, Louise. What's up, man? Thanks, Steve. I'm gonna thank everyone I see here. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Mom. I don't have the YouTube comments up, but oh no, they're here too. We get them all. Good. Right on. Yeah, Jeff, all you, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
Your neighbors are probably in awe. I hope it's awe and not.
All right.
Up to you. Or what do the people think? Enter the cavern, yeah. People want the cavern.
So, let me know if this is working.
It's working
Should be.
great.
Or give me a thumbs up because I can't hear the rest of you. All right, sweet. Wondrous, wunderbar, as they say in the land of Germany. Welcome back to Jeff Fumbles with his talking points. I'm playing a couple of shorter pieces, and then one medley. More awesomeness from our friend IMSLP online, sheet music treasure trove. And I'm going to start with an interlude written in 2008 by a gentleman named Wolfgang Divine. I don't know how to say his name. I apologize if you're watching. But it's cool. It's kind of eerie. And almost as if we're keeping with the Viking theme. So let's get into it. This is Interlude. And that's all he wrote. It's a cool little ditty, kind of eerie. I love the open left-hand pits because not only is it a little bit of a challenge, but it's just it adds a really cool kind of extra element and also makes me feel like I'm not just playing by myself, which is always nice. It's a pizza night. Thank you everybody, all of my colleagues for answering everybody's questions for me. Pizza's wonderful. Let's do it. I had pizza the other day. It was wonderful. What's the whiskey tonight? Dry week ended at noon earlier today, which is glorious. So I'm going to take this opportunity to open a new bottle that I purchased a few hours later. It's not a dry week for purchasing bottles, but it just so happened that today was the day I went to the store. So give me a hot second while I grab it. This, if you can see it, sorry, this is really hot. I'm really close to my face here. This is the Ardbeg Wee Beastie. It's a 5-year, it's relatively new for those of you who like peaty scotches from the Isle of Islay. Same place as the Kalila I was drinking a few weeks ago, and the Lafroig as well. Tends to be really smoky whiskey, which I happen to really enjoy at this point in my whiskey adventures. And so Ardbeg is one of the big Islay distilleries, and their classic range, probably the best known of their range, is a 10-year-old. And this is a very new one at 5 years. And being younger means I'm expecting it to be a little bit more punchy, a little bit maybe even smokier, because time in a barrel tends to make whiskey a little bit less smoky over various numbers of years. So since this is half the age, I'm expecting a bit of a punch in the face. So, that was a very satisfying cork pull right there. I hope you could hear it. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it now. It's a very nice light color, classic Ardbeg color, and I'm going to let it, where's my cork here? I'm going to let it oxidize, aerate just a little bit while I play this next piece, and then I'm going to have a taste before the last piece. So I reserve my judgment for then, but I'm excited that I got that bottle because it's very new to the lineup. I think actually if I remember right, they released this bottle early because of the pandemic. They were planning on releasing it in their lineup maybe a few more months down the line or even next year. So thank you, Ardbeg. You're my savior tonight. Onward to a piece by a composer by the name of Douglas Walter Scott. He apparently did some time working on a PhD at a university in South Africa, which is cool because I don't usually hear of, composers. I don't think he's native South African. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. It was kind of difficult to look up the information on these composers that I found. But either way, that's cool. So hello from across the pond. And this piece is called Nerock's Preludes. And that is interesting to me. It's kind of treated as one piece, but there are what I would say are two distinct sections. One is more slow and a little bit more exploratory, not so melodic at all, more textures and dynamics, and just kind of exploring one note at a time. And then the second part is a little bit more rhapsodic, but still within a very short time frame, kind of coming back to this ominous E minor Pitts chord again and again, which I thought was, really dark in a weirdly charming way. Interesting, right? Kind of, I'm not sure what the word Nirox means, Nirox, but I like that stuff. It's very, if this went on for a lot longer, it might have been like really more jarring, but kind of episodes of legato, quarter note triplets, and sometimes even more feisty stuff, but just broken up by that really ominous E minor chord. Anyway, yeah, thank y'all. Thanks, Mindy. Y'all are about ready to get hit with a thunderstorm. Yeah, I'm actually hearing, hope I don't lose power. Yeah, I'm hearing the wind pick up, so I don't know if y'all are getting any in the background, but occasionally that comes through. So adds a little bit of extra ambiance, right? Fun to have Mother Nature helping us make music. I still actually, it reminds me of a time I was in a movie theater and it was thunderstorming in the movie and real life outside the theater, and it was thunderstorming so loud outside that we could hear it in the theater, and it added to the film, and it was scary but really awesome, and I was glad I was not outside. All right, Sculpture Garden. Thank you. That's useful. So, kind of like traipsing around a sculpture garden, but keep on coming back to the same path, maybe. I don't know. I'm just coming up with these analogies off the top of my head. Definitely a great cork pull. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ah, Steve, you know all the good stuff. Short and sweet. Do I miss playing with the others? Absolutely not. No? You can't see them chuckling right now. Artists and drinkers, yeah. Thunderstruck. All right. Speaking of whiskey, actually, I'm kind of amazed because the glass is like way over there. I think you can sort of see it. It's like right next to the bottle. And I was starting to be able to smell it while I was playing. And there's like not a whole lot of air circulation in here, even though there normally is a ceiling fan, but that makes my sound wobble, so I turn it off for these things. But I can smell this from over here. That is intense. Ooh, but it's kind of nice. It's got some like maybe bacon notes or a little bit of sweetness hidden behind all that campfire. Ooh. That is a dram. I will be coming back to that after this last piece, which is a medley of old Mormon songs. I'm not Mormon. I just found this music and I noticed immediately that it was folk-like and fun to play. So I'm not trying to be evangelical or anything here. I'm just trying to spread around what is fun music. And if people are curious, I can go through, there's 6 or 7 or more different pieces in here, but it'll be pretty obvious when they change from one to the other. And it's a cool, the way it's structured, I think, is very, very good also. Put together by Serban Nichifor sometime around 2004. And it has a nice kind of gradual build to it. So this is the medley of Old Mormon Songs by Serban Nichifor. Well, some fun stuff there. Ricochet is hard when you're nervous. Let me get back on Zoom here. Dvorak-ish. Yeah, you're right. Visions of Brigham Young trekking across the plains. My eye caught the word Brigham, and I thought somebody was talking about John Bingham, which, is a little different. Let me get back on here.
Hey, well done, sir.
Are we back?
We back.
Should be working.
Wait.
Nailed it. Thanks, Mandy.
Now we back.
Nicely done, sir.
Thank you. Some interesting stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm certainly it's not always just, it's not like everything on IMSLP is amazing, but it's definitely
you find some good stuff out on
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I'm actually
for
pretty
sure.
surprised.
You should see the solo viola list.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't.
No,
complain
it's
anymore.
good. I mean, it's sort of like fishing, you wait around for a long time, like kind of just looking at stuff, and then suddenly there's a really good one. You go for the best.
Luckily, violinists never have to worry about ample amounts of solo violin music.
Yeah,
Seems
come
like-
on, man. That's ridiculous.
Sorry. I've usually found mine through like records, like finding like solo violin records.
Right.
You know what I'm gonna start every week? I'm just gonna look at what Jeff's playing and just play it on the viola.
Stop that.
Just gonna transcribe all the cello pieces he plays the next week after.
Okay, that's even more unfair.
I'm gonna recycle
Stop it.
Do it.
I'll make sure that that Carl's first on the program always too.
And Mendy knows it's sad. It's a sad list. Not great. But luckily, I know enough awesome composers that I still have one more new music solo work up my sleeve. I'm waiting to pull that one out too.
Nice. Actually, the pieces I played a couple of weeks, or was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago. I just found on this site, I think it was Schirmer edition or Peters edition. It's like print on demand, where like they don't even print the edition until you order it, and then they like make you a part and send it to you in the mail. So like I ordered those, and it took like maybe a month or 3 weeks or something to get there, but it was it was hot off the press.
That's
Which is
kind
kind
of
of cool.
I had a similar when I had to do I did a piece by Mason Bates. Like he has a solo version of of the larger orchestral suite. He has a solo violin version, and like I needed it for my recital in like 2 weeks, so I had to like ask special permission for them to send me the PDF. And they had to make like a destructible copy. Like after I entered in the passcode and downloaded it, like the link would destroy the copy or something.
That's man. I mean,
Did your computer explode?
I think I did it.
I've seen that in movies. So
Yeah, I did it at a University of Maryland library computer probably. So
then
they wouldn't have noticed.
Government property,
yeah.
It's replaceable.
State.
Well, anyway,
computers.
this is Invoke in Pieces. If you like
Yes.
our shenanigans and sometimes the music, then feel free to subscribe, subscribe, comment, and if you are so moved,
smash the
smash.
like button.
3, 2, 1,
Smash
smash!
the like button.
And
All these YouTube streamers that I've seen before just have the craziest trying to get you to interact with them spiels. So
That's how you get the big followers, the big bucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
suppose
always
so.
gets me.
Huge thanks to everybody who's donated and subscribed and everything tonight. We really appreciate it in these rough times for musicians. So thanks again for tuning in and for helping out on the stream. We
Also,
actually,
if you,
go ahead, Carl. Sorry.
well, I was gonna say if you are a musician and you have a stream that's upcoming, hit us up and we will promote it for you on our show next Friday or even on this one. So let us know if you have something coming up, and we will do our best to plug you.
For sure. Also, I didn't change the thing that's scrolling. It says new single on Bandcamp, but actually our entire catalog is on Bandcamp now. So you can check that out, our first 2 albums as well as our newest single, In the Hall of the Mountain King, as arranged by our very own Carl Mitze. So that you can check out all of those on the old Bandcamp, invokesound.bandcamp.com, I believe. It's
I
gonna
think
be
there's
good.
there's at least one more like no fees day coming up, or it might have already happened. I can't remember, but
Yeah, I think they've been doing this periodically where, I think their fee is, 12 or 15% or something like that. They've been doing days where they waive all of their fees and all the money goes directly to the artist, which is really awesome for artists in general. So even when they're not doing that, Bandcamp's been really awesome for a lot of artists that I know, and we just started working with them, and we will keep doing so because they're awesome.
cheers everyone. It's time
yeah.
for Nicolas.
Oh yeah. So are y'all in Stream World hearing me more than once? Because if so, I need to fix it. If not, then I think we're ready to rock and roll on my end. So, no slapback. Thanks, Brad. Yes, I fixed it. Fixed it with Reaper. What do you know? Okay, I'm going to turn on the verb. There's not much, but there's enough. And I got to switch the scene to this. And now you'll see me in all my glory sitting in the corner. And I have to do a little bit of a sound check-in, but I'm going to welcome my guest, Carolyn Bosco. We have been quarantine mates for the past week and a half-ish. And we are going to play some tunes tonight. But first, I forgot to check my violin mic, so I'm going to do that now. And y'all will get to be here for the experience. It's going to be great. Okay, so that's just my violin mic. Can you play a little bit too? I think that will do. So I'm going to turn you off. Okay.
That's good?
Yes. Okay. Untangling myself from chords, and then the first song we're going to play for you is by Vst, which is one of my all-time favorite bands. They are a Swedish band, and there are 3 members. One plays the nyckelharpa, which is a crazy Swedish instrument, which I'm actually building one right now. So on a future stream, you might see it. And in the meantime, I'm going to mute myself over here. In the meantime, I am going to play it on this. So the nyckelharpa has a bunch of keys. Like if you ever seen a hurdy-gurdy, you play it with keys that have like little fret type things that like poke themselves into the strings. So, that's the nyckelharpa. They also have a 5-string violin/viola player, and they have a 12-string guitar player. So many more strings than our 8, but we are going to make do. This is a tune that they call Ipa Gubben. That's my terrible Swedish. It stands for the old IPA man, which apparently references their viola player who drinks many beers, as you do when you're Swedish. So we're going to play an arrangement I did yesterday of Ipa Gubben.
Come on back.
Hey,
Come on back.
come on back.
Okay, can I see where your skull is real quick?
Yeah. A little bit. Many people's. There's so much stuff here. Let's put you over there. Put me over here.
Yeah.
We're not sitting around a camera. Doesn't matter. It's all great. Okay. Let me look over here. Everything's working.
Martin Scorsese directed this.
It's a 3-hour movie. Okay. Ipa Gubben.
One, two.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Thanks, everybody. Woo! A lot of notes in that one.
Yeah.
More for her. So you may have noticed I just kind of repeated the same thing over and over and over.
You made sure that I had a
And
fast
then
part
I
so
put
that I
all
couldn't
the
push
hard
you.
parts in her part.
That's nice.
So that's how it's done, arranging. And now let's see what the people are saying about that tune. What are the people saying? Means it's real musical. Yeah. So yeah, that was a band actually. Vst and I think the violist wrote that one, but they kind of do like contemporary folky type music like that, and so it's super cool to see that stuff and to check them out. I discovered them kind of through what's that show called? Live from Here, formerly known as Prairie Home. So I heard them when it was still Prairie Home, and they played on the first show that Chris Thiele did as host, because he's a huge fan. And I actually had to pull the car over. I was like, what is that that's happening? Turned out it was a nickel harpa, and I fell in love, and so I started making one as a quarantine project. So you will see it very soon. Next, we're gonna play something different. We're gonna do a Thelonious Monk tune, and I have to rotate the thing, so I'm gonna play a little banjo on this. And actually, I don't know how I didn't think about this part. So I think what I will do is I'm gonna steal this. Okay, move this closer so I can have it, and then I'm going to steal this mic right here.
Okay.
And
Actually, that's perfect.
is it muted? Good. Okay, y'all didn't hear that. Sweet-ish. All with the puns today. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna test this Edwina here with the banjo. Could you play a little bit? Good enough. Okay. Yes, but I need a pick, which I have conveniently in this. My dad got this in Morocco. It's like a little camel skin thing, I think. Okay. Close enough. Let's do it. 3. The End, Ruby My Dear by the genius of Thelonious Monk. Thank you kindly for listening. Let's see what the internet thinks. What does the internet think? Thank you all for sticking around and for tuning in. And we have one more. Well, yeah. Why don't you come on out? It's Juliet Bell, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and germs.
Ladies and germs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. It's the
Coming in
it's the
hot
internet.
with opinions.
Oh, ladies and germs. Yikes. Juliet is a member of an awesome group called Wicked Sycamore, and we're actually going to be recording some string tracks tomorrow for them, for their new record. They're an awesome trio, and they're cello, singer, and then mandolin singer, right? Yeah. Mandolin, yeah. And sings. And then, and Juliet plays guitar. And so we're actually going to play one of Carol Ann's tunes now, and I am going to move around and set stuff up. And why don't you talk about it a little bit?
This song was written in honor of baseball, more specifically Bryce Harper, who immediately left the team and went to Philly after I finished with this song. It incidentally started as I was trying to write a love song, and it just doesn't even. It's just it was about baseball instead.
Your truest love.
Yeah, my truest love, which is baseball. Yeah. Nick can agree. Nick is fond of baseball.
You love some baseball.
But yeah, so Juliet's played it with me a couple of times. I was not trying to learn after the Vassin song. I was not trying to learn another song that Nick arranged. No offense.
Because his arrangements are terrible.
No, they're amazing, but they're also just. I'm pretty sure I practiced for that song way more than Nick did. Feeling okay?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Well, I can't do that actually.
Do we need it?
Sorry. No, I've been shining my iPad at them all night, but it's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Let's hit it.
So we'll be up a little bit. Can you see everything?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
3. Welcome to the swamp. Step up and dive in. Start off with a bang and watch it grow. Crocodile. This is ours for the taking. I like your style. Smile so talk low. Rock the boat, we're making waves that fly away. Catch my drift, we'll sail out in the tide. Crocodile. This is ours for the taking. I like your style. Smile so talk low. Stars look brighter in October night skies. They vibrate with their energy. You take me there. Air feels tighter in October. Stand still. Hold your breath so we can play along.
Wicked Sycamore,
Nick.
Boss Company.
Yeah.
Boss Company has a couple of records out.
One that we're claiming.
Yeah, one. And it's really good. And it does not have that song on it, though.
No.
You have a video of that song.
Yeah, on YouTube, along with another video that we did this year called Easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Woo! Yes! Okay. Collaborators have pieced out. Let me bring the crew back in here. And go here and do this. Oh my God. That thunder is ridiculous.
Really nice.
I think I just turned.
Hey, y'all
the,
got a whole band.
Yeah, we got a quarantine going on over here. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we were just sitting outside listening to the stream, and like the whole right past the buildings by our house is like black purple across the sky.
Yeah, it's not hitting. It just hit me, so it's probably coming up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think.
Are
It's
y'all?
a big
how many
band,
of
just like this.
how many of the stream crew is in Texas? I wonder.
Mendy is saying it's crazy in Houston.
Nice.
right
Yeah,
now.
I can hear. I think Is it Zach's that I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Somebody's
You're hearing me.
Probably.
We're getting the "you are there" effect. That's awesome. I am in Maryland right now. Outside.
So-
Nick, your mic's a little far.
Oh, is it? Can you hear me now? Oh,
Yeah.
you're hearing the other mic, right? On the stream, on the.
Yeah. I can hear you fine.
Tight. I'm gonna scooch in.
So Nick, I follow Wicked Sycamore on Instagram, totally independent from any of this.
Nice.
So that was super surprising. That's super cool.
Yeah, they're
I was just
awesome.
like, yeah, I love them.
They're a really cool, like kind of folk power trio, if you will. Yeah, that was fun to play. That was the first time that arrangement, and also I think my first time playing upright bass in public. There was one lying around, so I figured, why not?
You
I
know
laughed
what's funny?
I laughed out loud at that.
I wasn't watching the stream at that point. I just had my earpiece in, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." And then I thought, "Wait, what's Nick doing?"
Literally screwing about on the bass.
Come back in here and I see you on the upright.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun to. It's the Quarantimes give you an opportunity to like try new stuff. So, I'm trying the bass. That was fun.
This is true.
Man.
Well,
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you, everybody.
That was a pretty epic stream, I would say.
It was. It
Yeah,
was
it's a
the
fun one.
lengthy one.
Yeah, it was kind of long this time.
Got back to the old ways.
Well,
Special.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to do a little shout out to Laura Bosco and Mary Diane and Alex Ellsworth for donating. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Hey,
all.
Alex.
Thank you all. Appreciate
Alex
it.
was a part of like a proto. Me and Nick played in a quartet, and Alex was a cellist for that.
Oh yeah.
He's doing some
Nice.
cool stuff up in Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
he's still there.
Some like looping and
Sorry for cutting you off there, Carl. You had a.
Oh, I was gonna give a shout out to all the guests because that was awesome,
oh yeah,
especially on Nick's end.
guess
Yeah.
Stremas.
Yeah, big shout out to Haley Dietz, Carolyn Bosco.
Shout 'em out. Julia
Nick
Bell.
already did it really
Julia
well
Bell.
at the end of his. Julia Bell.
Cool.
Clap, 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 clap. Well done.
Safe with the storms.
And
Thank you.
yeah, everybody hang in there.
Yeah.
It's not raining here. It's actually kind of hot here, which is not why I came here. But it's what we're dealing with right now.
Yep.
Um,
If people liked the audio, let us know, and we're gonna be experimenting with this. I think it worked really well. I'm gonna go listen back after this.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
You know,
It
things-
was
Having
much
reverb at least is nice.
Yeah. And potentially, if we get this figured out, there might be a way to play together, right, Nick?
Almost. We're good. I think next one we should try is the jack audio.
We're in a race. We're in a race with the stay-at-home order for getting the audio synced.
Yeah. Well, cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, should we call it the old night, as they say?
Indeed.
Smash
Oh,
the
I
like
just heard
button.
some thunder. Hey-o.
And
Stereo.
every time you hear the thunder, smash the like button. So, yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time. Here's a little track for those of you who might have not heard it yet. This track is from Fantastic Planet, which is our up-and-coming new album. So check it out, and good night.
Next week.